Let's make some November 2025 Bargain Bead Box jewelry. Hey y'all, it's April. Thanks for stopping by my crazy creative life. In today's video, I'm doing January, where'd that come from? I'm doing November 2025 Bargain Bead Box, and I'm wanting to make a long necklace. So if that sounds interesting, then keep watching. Wasn't my Christmas paper pretty? That's card making paper. I thought it was pretty. Okay. So I've already got half of this necklace done. And it's going to look something, well, a little less than half. But it's going to face that direction. That kind of goes at the top. That'd be in the middle. Then we come down and I'm going to have a little something down here. And then the other side is going to look like this. So it's not too hard. I've just got to figure out what I want there at the center. But I think I know what I'm doing. Alright, so I've got this pear wire. It's 20 gauge. And this is copper. Oh, just copper. And I've got about 4 inches, or I forget how many centimeters that is. So we've got about 4 inches, or about 10.5 centimeters. And then I'm just going to make a simple loop. So I'm just going to, I don't know, about a centimeter, something like that, and bend it over. We're going to take our round nose pliers, come in, and just do our little loop. Okay. Next, I'm going to take one of these 10mm aventurine, the frosted glass. So we'll take one of those. Then the bead caps that come with this kit. So put one, the top facing down. And then I'm going to take one of these 8mm purple lapidolite round bead. And a bead cap. This time the top is facing up. Then one of the English cut faceted crystal round bead in lavender. Then I grabbed that mix, Winterberry, let's see, what was it? The crystal faceted rondelle beads in Winterberry mix. And you can do them the same colors, you know, different colors, whatever you want to do. But I grabbed these little, more like a pink. They're like a real pale pink. Oh, Lord. Okay, and then another of the English cut rondelles. Okay, next I'm taking one of these they were the 10x14 branch pattern oval bead. And just figure out which side is facing down. It really doesn't matter actually until you start attaching it. But anyway, there's that little branch. Then let's do another English cut. One of those mixed Winterberry whatever. Then an English cut bead. And then our spacer bead. So basically we're just going backwards. And then that, I forgot what the thing was called. The lapidolite. Then bead cap. And then we'll end it with another of those, the aventurine. Okay. So I think I did a little over 4 inches actually on that. So I cut a little bit too much, but it's okay. So, where's my cutters? So I usually cut till it looks about like that whenever I'm doing a simple loop. And actually, I forgot to tell you. Okay, you want the loop to be facing this way, not flat like that where you can see it. You want it where it's like that. Not like that, like that. All right, now okay. And there's our little component. Okay, next we're going to do this little section. Makes me think of a lamp or something, but I thought it was so pretty. It was the aquamarine in the cylinder and the aquamarine rondelles. Oh, sorry, those were round, faceted round. So let's give ourselves a little bend over, and then let's take our round nose pliers and make our little loop. Okay, we're going to take one of the round aquamarines, a bead cap with the top facing down, the aquamarine in the barrel, cylinder, whatever they called it, a bead cap, and this time the bead cap's facing up, the top part, and then another round one. Same thing with this. You want your loop to be facing that way. And that's so we can put our connectors, it will line up better. Uh-oh, I didn't cut off enough wire. There we go. Okay, it's just going to be a smaller loop, but we can work with that. Next, we've got this chain. Now, one thing I do want to point out, this cylinder and this cylinder, it's just a tiny bit shorter, but I wanted it closely in length, obviously, but then closely in color, and that's about all I had left of these. So, and I was wanting that blue instead of that more white color. So it's a little bit shorter, but I don't think in the long run it don't matter that much. So let's take our chain, wherever I threw it. Okay, so we're going to take our chain, which was the 1 meter of the cable chain, and I'm going to cut off about 2 inches. Can't really see me measure it down here, but it's okay. But basically, I just want 2 inches. Yep. Why does that look longer? Okay, I'm going to do that twice, but the next one, it's going to be just a little bit over 2 inches, because I think that one might be like 1 length over. I want to try to get them about the same size. That should be good now. All right, in this kit it come with the jump rings. So I'm taking the smallest that's in the kit. And I'm going to open it up. And we're going to put our chain. And, oh, I forgot to get the links out. These are the dotted filigree floral links. Okay, so we're going to put our chain on that little jump ring, then one of the links, and then close it. Take another tiny jump ring, and put it on the other end of the link, and then your component. Okay, now here's where you need to kind of pay attention where your branch is, because it looks like that is the bottom of the branch right there. And of course that's the top. And since this blue part is going to be at the top, I want that to be facing that way. Okay. Next, we're going to take this other chain, another tiny jump ring, and we're basically doing the same thing. Uh-oh, where'd you go? So we'll put our chain on and a link and close it off. Okay. Now let's take another one of these little jump rings. They're kind of hard to fiddle with, to be honest, but I didn't want a real big one either. Okay, so the chain and the other end of our component. Okay, again, look where your branch is. And take another jump ring. And the chain. And in this one, I just put the component right straight on, like that. I didn't put a link on that end of the blue end. Okay, so we've got our link. Jump rings, our chain. I need to put a link there. Then we've got, I love you. See, this one I didn't start off putting it the way it should be, so it's wanting the way I told you to bend the loop. I bent it flat instead of that way, and I had to try to turn it, and it's wanting to move on me. All right, so now we're going to do another jump ring and a link. And the other end of the component. No chain. Okay. I need to put a link down here at the bottom of that chain. Okay, so there's our component. And the chain. Okay. So there's the two halves. I'm going to set them to the side until I figure out what I'm doing at the bottom here and how I'm doing it. I thought about putting it on the wire like I did that, but I know it would be pretty stiff, which it might be alright that way. And then I thought about using my tiger tail. Well, this is a Conoflex, same thing. And then using those things, but the only thing is bugging me is I don't have any other than silver, so I don't know what that would look like. But I mean, I've got wire guardians, but I don't know if I want a wire guardian on that. I'll try it and see. Alright, so I'm going to take this is not how it's going. I'm just trying to get a general idea how long I need to get this wire. So I'm always give myself extra on this stuff. So let's cut off about 6 inches. Okay, from here we're going to go inside. This is a clamshell, or yeah, clamshell, and there is a hole right there in the center, right there. So you're going to go up in the hole and then take a crimp tube and put it over top, and then always leave just a little bit of wire sticking out like that in that second see, I want a little bit of wire sticking out, maybe not quite that much, but about like that. And then you're putting in that second one. Okay, and then come back around and you're going the first one and go the opposite way because you're trying to get it to fold over. Okay, make sure it don't come off. And then you're going to come down, and if there's a little bit too much sticking out, you can always clip that. Just don't go all the way to the, yeah, like that. Okay, then we'll close it off. Now, I'm taking, do you remember that Winterberry mix or whatever it's called? So I'm taking one of those. Then one of those purple, oh, I didn't show you them. It was purple glass bead. The pearl glass bead. Then, let's see, what did I do? Then I take another of those, one different color, of the mixed berry thing. The little rondelles. Okay, then we're going to take one of those real pretty leaves. Now it goes in at the side here, at the top side. This is the way that they go in. So there's one, another one of those Winterberry mix. Another leaf. Another Winterberry mix. I think I need to get a little bit more out. Then, I'm trying to remember what I done here, y'all. Okay, then another pearl bead and one of those little pine cones. And we're going to stick something in between the pine cones, but I'll do that in a minute with the jump ring. Okay, so then just another pine cone. And then glass bead. And Winterberry mix, or leaf. Winterberry mix. Another leaf. The Winterberry mix. Okay. Okay, then a glass bead. I think I cut off way too much, but it's okay. Then another, let's see, I'm gonna try to get a little pink one again. Where did my bag go? I like that rosy color at the end. I think it's that one. We're close enough. Okay, now let's see. What do we think about that? I think I want some more of those winter berries. So I took off that. So we're down to, okay, we've got a winterberry, glass pearl, winterberry leaf, winterberry glass, leaf, winterberry glass pearl. I think I want to add another winterberry here. Then the pine cone. Then a winterberry. The pine cone. Then a winterberry. Then the pearl. And then everything else will be the same. So the pearl, winterberry mix. Then our leaf. Winterberry. Another leaf. Another winterberry. And then pearl. And a winterberry. Okay. Now let's see what we think from there. And then my thing. Uh-oh. Shoot, I left one out right there. I meant to do one there. Dang it, April. Okay. Because the jump ring is going to go in between those two little winterberry mix things. I'll go over it again here in just a minute after I get it right. Yeah, see, that's better. That holds those pine cones apart too better. So, we've got our winterberry, our glass bead, our winterberry, our leaf, our winterberry, our leaf, our winterberry, our glass bead, winterberry, pine cone, Winterberry, pine cone, Winterberry glass, Winterberry leaf, Winterberry glass, and Winterberry. So that looks, yeah, that looks okay. So now if I don't screw this up, because I hate doing these, so we're going to go back through. And then drop this as far down as it will go. Like that. Now, a lot of times with these, you can't use your crimp tube pliers. You have to use just regular pliers. Just get in there and make sure that you got it squeeze off tight against that. See, let me open this a little bit further. That'll help. There we go. Okay, try to see if it, I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to come off. So I'm going to clip it, but try not to clip too far. See, I still have a little bit left if you can see that. And yeah, it's sticking up there, but hopefully we can close it on down and it won't be that noticeable. Okay, it's really not that noticeable because it's right up in there. Let me see if I can get it right here though. Yeah, I was able to get that little bitty tip that was right there. Okay, hopefully this will work other than the color. So the plan is at the end of this loop, we're going to stick on our end. And where's my pliers? Okay, and then just bring that on down. Close it on off. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with our other side. Close it on down. Dang it. I'll be right back. Okay. Of course it broke on me. Because I don't know what is so wrong with these. So I thought I'm going to try something. I got this tiger tail. I think this really is tiger tail. Through Bargain Bead, Bead Box Bargains. Their sister site. And it is actually thicker than, a little thicker, coarser than this other I've been using. So I'm wondering, is that the problem? So we're going to try that. Now I have flattened that out as much as I could get it, that clamshell. And then we're going to go ahead and slide down our crimp tube. In there. Okay. I think I've got it folded over. Kind of tugging at it. Seems like it's okay. So let's go ahead and close this off. Now, I know this is pink and not silver, but where this is like your purples and your pink hues, it really doesn't show in there. Okay, so let's take this thing off where it broke on me. Usually, once, if they break on you, they're pretty much gone after that. All right, so let's put it back on here, and we'll roll it down, close it off. Okay. Same thing down here. Hook it on. Roll it on down. I think I like this better for these, my little precision pliers. Okay. Well, I don't guess that's not noticeable. What do y'all think? Because those little, to me, those little winter berries are kind of bright, so I don't think that silver is too bad. Now let me find out where this comes to me at to figure out how much more chain I need. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't need much more. I think I'm going to, where's that 2-inch I cut off earlier? That was just a little bit too short. I'm going to grab it. Okay, and I'm going to cut another piece the same size. Okay, so it should be right there. Now let's get some of these little jump rings again. I'll have to get 2 more out. And let's open it up and put it on our chain. And then we're going to take one of these ends, the top, put it there, and close it on off. Okay. I'll do the same thing over here. So hook it on our chain. Well, and our little link here, and close it off. Okay, taking another jump ring on that end. And you can either use that, what they sent, or you can use whatever kind of latch that you've got to close it with. I'm just going to use that. It's right in front of me. This was the, I don't even know where the bag is. Anyway. Now this one, I think I want just a little bit bigger jump ring for this. Okay, close that off. And we'll see how that closes up. There's that. Now, let's take one of the big Jumprings. I think I want a big one anyway. Open it up. And put it through the bigger of the... There's two different kinds. This was 4 of these of the 28 between 3 poinsettia pendants. Then there was this other one that was 2 pieces of 21 by 19. I'm using the bigger one. So we're going to hook it right in there. And then hook it in between. That might be too big. If it is, we can always change it out. Oh, I think it'll actually be okay. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I think that's pretty. Now that slides right over my head and it comes down about, I don't know, about an inch or 2. I'll measure it. Comes just right below the girls. Let me measure this to you exactly how long it is with. Okay, to the top of the latch, to have to pull it though, to the very tip of the poinsettia, it's 18 and a quarter long, because I was stretching that different than it should have been. But anyway, there we go. I'll try to get a picture with it. Okay, so here's our long necklace. This was using the November 2025 Bargain Bead Box Winter Wishes, or Winterberry Wishes. And then you just have to straighten that up as you get it on. But there it is. You can tell me what you think, if you like it or not. And then hopefully within the next, maybe tomorrow or the next day or so, I'm going to try to make some earrings and a bracelet to match it. So anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. And if you haven't watched the unboxing of the November 2025 curated bead box, I'll go ahead and put it in the iCard, and we'll link it in the description box below. And that I tell a little bit more on that video about Bargain Bead Box. But I will also leave a link in the description box below. You can click onto Bargain Bead Box, and that link will go through me, but it'll take you straight to them if you would like to subscribe to their monthly jewelry collection. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate you hanging out with me, and hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.